you think that you improved a lot of your game since Tuesday?
I definitely feel more comfortable. The whole, moving, the sliding, just the way I see the game today, is much better than on Tuesday. So that's why I came here, and I'm still in the tournament. It gives me one extra shot of winning the tournament now. It's my first final of the year, so I'm actually very happy with this week so far.
How are you feeling going into the first final?
Well, I've had many tournaments where I struggled getting into the final. This is no different, and then sometimes, all of a sudden the knot sort of opens up and you play your best, at the very end, and it looked like the best tournament of your life, But I really hope that's going to happen tomorrow. Looks like it's going to be Nikolay, and that would be obviously a very tough match. But I'm pleased, being back in the final, and hopefully I can win it.
Playing a lefty, do you think it can help you to beat Rafael Nadal?
No, not really one guy. If I were to play each match against lefties and then play Rafa in the finals, then it would help me, yeah. But not if I play one left-handed and 6 right-handeds and then one left-handed. I think it's important to practice sometimes with left-handeds, just to get the feel again for how they play, how the ball comes in, and I haven't played with a lefty or against a lefty for quite some time, actually. Now.
Roger, given that this is your trial week with Jose, would you be deciding, like, tomorrow, one way or the other, to go forward to Monte Carlo?
Yeah, he'll come to Monaco, and then we'll go from there again. So you can call it another test week in Monaco if you want. Yeah, your choice.
Nikolay said after the second round, if you reach the final, he would like to play with you. Did you have the same feeling, like a final between the first and second seed, and he just won Miami, he won here before?
Sure, I mean, look, I have a great record against him, and we know each other since, quite some time, and I think it's always interesting when, top 10 players play against each other, and especially if they're number 1 and number 2 in the draw. So I think it's most intriguing for the fans, but also for us players, and this week I had to play guys always ranked outside of the top 50, but, it's whoever comes through I have to beat, so it's not up to me. But I'm happy so far with this week. It's been I got a lot of information out of this week, and hopefully I can play one more good match and hopefully beat whoever it is in the finals.
You got worried at the second set when he came back. It was 5-4. Came back strong again. Did you got worried then?
Well, I didn't play a bad game, at 5-3 or 5-4. I mean, I served pretty well. Came up with a great shot on break point, and it's just a tough game, And then after that, the wind was really swirling around, and just got broken, so I didn't feel very good, But thank God, I hung in there and broke him back, and then were able to win the set. So it was a crucial moment of the match, which actually might have, by winning that second set the way I did, it actually helped me for the third set, because I think if I would have won the second set 6-2 or 6-3, the third set would have been much more difficult, so there was a little bit of benefit, going extra rounds in that second set.
Today in the court you received a check for your foundation. Could you talk us a little bit about the work you do there and how you help the children in South Africa?
Yeah, I mean, it's something I got inspired by, other professional athletes, like Tiger Woods, and Andre Agassi, having their respective, foundations, and I started very young, and that was a goal for mine, start at the early age, and try to create, money for people who need it very much, and I always thought, kids are the future, in our world, and everybody who's got an education has got maybe a little bit of a better chance. So I started to support a project, in Port Elizabeth in South Africa. My mother's from Johannesburg in South Africa, so that came very natural, and we've been doing it for almost 5 years now. We generated, a few million euros already, which is a great effort. And then of course, we have generous people like here, add money to it. It's very important, to the foundation, and especially to the kids in Africa, where also now I support many more projects like in Ethiopia and Mali. So it's something that's very close to my heart, and I hope we can do a trip in 2009 again, to go see it.
Regarding clay courts, do you prefer to play in slow courts and with heavy conditions like those in Hamburg, where you beat Nadal, or you prefer a faster one without wind, sun, faster conditions, or it depends on the opponent?
Look, I don't know. I mean, you got to be able to handle all conditions if you want to, win obviously the big titles. I'm not chasing quarterfinal of tournaments anymore. I'm chasing wins, and for me, I have to be able to handle wind, rain, slow court, fast court. I don't have really no preference, and I think that's the way you want to feel. You don't want to feel like I don't want wind, then you're nervous already looking at the flags blowing, full on. So no, I've gotten really used to playing in all conditions. I'm very happy. I think the most tricky one was to actually really win Hamburg, I think, for me. Because that's the slowest clay court you'll find out there, and if I can win on that, I feel like I've got even a better chance if it's a little bit faster maybe. And at the French usually it's a bit faster, and in Rome the same thing. I reached finals there twice in each tournament, and here it depends, if the wind blows, it blows the clay court off the court, and it becomes a little more quick actually, and when it rains it becomes obviously very heavy, so it's a different kind of a clay court match then.
Miami, Nikolay beat two players he never beat before, Roddick and Rafa. Does that make you more aware that maybe he's more dangerous now? Because he never.
Not really. Look, I know the danger of Nikolay. He doesn't need to prove it with results. I've had some tough one against him in the past. Some lucky wins I had. French Open last year in the semis was really close. I beat him 7-6, 7-5, 7-6. He should have at least gotten 1 or 2 or even 3 sets. But so I know what a great player he is. That's why I'm so proud of my 9-0 record against him.